In this first story time, we have a kid who tried to flood the subscriber's house, but it backfired hard. This is very different in kind of things, so buckle in, and let's start doing it. So this guy for the day is called Jaden, and he had a friend called Connor, and there's another kid which we'll call the spoiled kid. And this story started when Jaden and Connor, were in a team to get gold medals. They were fake gold medals. And the spoiled kid was in a group with another guy of his best friend, and who doesn't have a name. And it was clearly it was the announcement, and Jaden and Connor won that one. And after that, at lunch, the spoiled kid came up to them, and Jaden is like, Connor, why is this kid sitting next to us? He was the guy who won the silver version, the medals. And Connor's like, I don't know. And then the spoiled kid came up to them, and then he shouted. He was a little bit angry, and Jaden's like, hey, you spoiled kid, why are you so angry? He said his actual name, but for the sake of this video, Connor, the spoiled kid's like, I got cheated. And Connor's like, by who? By a girlfriend? It's like, no, I got cheated of gold because of you two morons. And Jane was like, bro, we're not morons. You just didn't do your job very well. It's like, no, I won it very well. I could have bought it way out of my gold there. I was like, bro, you really think that they'll buy you gold for money? I was like, you're gonna pay the price. You will see when it happens in a wetty situation. Which I think it was very dumb for him to say the wetty situation, because that might highlight that he'll flood the house. But Jane had no idea. So after saying that, the small kid stormed off, and I'm guessing he went to the bathroom for whatever the reason, to cry about it. And Jane and Connor were confused, and a few days go by, and it's the weekend on Saturday, and Jane and Connor came over to visit Jaden, and they were like chilling, having fun, and whatever. And in the meantime, they had a camera system, so that was capturing every moment of every outside of the house. So I don't think you had this every time. I certainly didn't. But there's like cameras everywhere of each side. One on one side, one on the left, one on the right, one on the down. Yeah. So that's how many cameras there. So in the morning they get up, and then that's how that stuff. So Jay and Connor were visited. So Connor came to visit Jay, and they both were playing like Mario Kart, whatever. It was like, and Connor was saying to Jay, and was like, I still got that vision of what the spoiled kid said earlier. And Jay was like, oh, you still remember that? And Connor was like, yeah, I still did. And Jay was like, it is a bit weird how he said it, but at the same time, he can't really do anything to us. And Connor was like, don't know what the spoiled kid can be like. The amount of spoiled kids I've seen from a pug were called, also ironically, Connor. They can either burn down the house, flood the house, or just destroy the house or just lawsuit us. And then eventually, Jaden's mom comes down, and he says, oh, Jaden, I didn't know you invited Connor to come over. And Jaden's like, yeah, he wanted to visit. And I was like, hi, Connor. And Connor's like, hi, Jaden's mom. I was like, just do your usual. Just don't do anything messed up, will you? And they're both like, yeah, we will, and we won't. And at the same time, they are like, and then Jane's mom goes off, and that's when the camera system alerts something that's unknown there. So I don't know if you had this, but the way the camera system works is if it detects anything moving, of like a random thing that's not there, it will detect red. But if there's anything move, it will detect green. And both men looked at the camera and saw him, the spoiled kid, at the back of at the side of Jane's house. And immediately they're both like, "What? What is he doing here?" And they turn the volume up, and they can hear the spoiled kid mumbling, "I know. This is the location that Jane's hiding. And then eventually, you have to give me the gold. And not only that, and he had to try and steal my girlfriend." And Jane and Connor are like, "What? Steal his girlfriend? You mean Tiana?" Yeah, for the sake of Jane's girlfriend's called Tiana in this one. And so basically, a few months before that, Jaden and the spoiled kid were in a fight to get Tiana. No. And eventually Tiana chose Jaden. And the spoiled kid has not been happy with him. And the gold medal situation, well, that tipped him off to get revenge. And so immediately Jay and Connor are like, that's where the plumbing system is. And then immediately Connor's like, I got an idea. And Jane's like, what? And they talk about the plan. And so basically their plan was to unlock the door so the spoiled could come in and then pretend to not see him for the spoiled kid to go to the bathroom and clog the toilet. And here's what they're gonna shove a chair into the door so that it locks up tight. So the spoiled kid is stuck in the bathroom while the water is flooding. And then eventually tell Jane, and then eventually they'll give up and unclog the toilet, and eventually the spoiled kid will go for a slide. And immediately Jane's like, bro, that is such a very interesting idea, but I gotta let my mom know that. And Connor's like, okay, just don't say anything suspicious. And so Jay didn't call for his mom, and his mom's kind of like, what's up, eh? And son? And he's like, we got a little issue. And mom's like, what? You know that the spoiled kid? Yeah, he's at the side of the house. It's like, oh no. Is he still mad about you stealing his girlfriend? Yes, and he's still so mad about the golden medal that me and Connor won. And Jane's mom's like, okay, do you have a plan? He's going to attempt to flood the house. So get everything out of the way that's very wettable. And then we're going to perform this plan that we came up with to get it to make the plan backfire. And Jane's mom's like, okay, but this better not flood the entire house. It better flood like this area in the hallway. And Jane's like, yeah, it will. And Jane's mom's like, okay. So Jane's mom's cleans up everything around the area that makes it like empty. Eventually the plan went on. They unlocked the door. And the spoiled kid opens the door. It creaks open. So they know they're into the building. And Jane and Connor are back playing their Mario Kart. The spoiled kid was walking behind them. And that's when Connor turns his head a little bit. And he knows the spoiled kid is inside the building. And then the spoiled kid went into the bathroom. And immediately, Connor drops his controller, runs over there, grabs the chair, wedges into the door, very quietly so the spoiled kid couldn't hear him, And like, so that means the door is locked. Basically, the spoiled kid can't open the door. And after the spoiled kid did as usual, clogged the toilet with so much toilet paper, and basically started flooding the bathroom. He tried to open the door, but the door didn't open. So he banged on the surface. No one responded, and he started shouting, "Who locked me in the bathroom?" And Jane's mom was like, "Oh my god, you're really online." And Jane's like, he just mad at us for no reason. And so the spoiled kid starts saying, "Who locked me in the bathroom? Oh, no one does that to me, who is the richest man on earth." First of all, you're not a man, you're a kid. And what kind of person just goes to the bathroom and just clogs the toilet? At a stranger's house. Like, do you not expect them to open the door and just say, "Oh, can I just clog your flood your bathhouse?" And then they'll be like, "Okay." And immediately Connor was like, "You really didn't think we noticed you going inside the house?" And the spoiled kid's like, "I thought you didn't hear me." It's like, "Dude, you made a creak sound at the door. We know you were there." It's like, "Can you unclog this chair?" And I was like, "Not until you unclog the toilet and the sink." And immediately the spoiled kid said, "No, this is my revenge for what you've done. Da 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 da." And immediately Jane comes over and is like, "Just because I stole your girlfriend, even though I didn't do it, she wasn't your girlfriend anyways. Just doesn't mean you have to clog my bathroom and just flood the house for no reason." And then while Connor was talking, and then Connor takes over, is like, "And now you're trying to flood the house for real? Oh, because you thought it was a good idea to do it because you want silver instead of gold?" And the spoiled kid shouted back, "I deserve all the gold in the world to make me the richest boy in the world." Okay, that was a little bit better than the last time he said it. And so Jane tells his mom, like, "Hey, can he come out? Can he go outside?" And Jane's mom's like, "Okay, just." And eventually the water starts rising, and the spoiled kid's like, "Seriously, open the door! It's flooding in here." I was like, "That's not our problem. You clogged the toilet. You have to unclog it for the water to stop rising." It's like, but I can't. The toilet is filled with poop." And I was like, "Okay, but you're gonna have to unclog it anyways." And so the spoiled kid's like, goes over the toilet and tries to unclog it. But the water was rushing out of there quick. Until eventually it reaches, like, the water rises. And immediately Connor's like, "What are you doing in it? Are you actually unclogging the toilet?" And the spoiled kid's like, "I'm trying to do it. But the thing is, I put so much toilet paper in there." And Connor's like, "How much toilet paper did you put in there?" And the spoiled kid's like, "A lot. Can't you see?" I was like, "Oh wow, just wow." Real quick before we go any further into the video, we need you to like the video and subscribe. You'll see more videos like this. Yeah, let's get back to the story. So the spoiled kid tries to unclog the toilet, and the water keeps pouring in as he's doing it. And Jane comes over to Connor, like, "Is he unclogging the toilet?" And he's like, "He's trying to, but he put too much toilet paper in there." And then Jane shouts at the spoiled kid, "How much toilet roll did you put in there?" And the spoiled kid replied with, "Probably 5 toilet rolls." And it's like, "Dude, that's a lot of toilet paper." But it's like, spoiled kid's like, "Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be your medicine, but because you did it backfire on me, hey, I had to do something like this." And immediately after hearing that, Jaden goes over to his mom and is like, "Can you call the spoiled kid's parents?" And he's like, and Jane's mom's like, got it. So she's on the phone with him while the spoiled kid's in the bathroom trying to unclog the toilet. Eventually, he finally does it. And at this point, the bathroom is like very high. The water is like above the door frame. That's how high it is. And the boy kid's like swimming around him and trying to swim up, and is like, "How dare you trying to kill me?" And Connor's like, "We're not trying to kill you. We're trying to live a normal life." And Spock is like, "Killing people is not trying to live a normal life. Stop lying." And Spock is like, and Connor's like, "You wouldn't put yourself in this situation if you tried to think of a good or better thing to do than to flood the house." And Spock kid's like, "That doesn't change a thing." Until eventually Jane and Connor get the thumbs up. And then they pull the door of the way. They hear and the Spock kid tries to unlock it. And then eventually Jane says, "You ready?" And Connor's like, "You ready?" And the Spock kid was shouting for Connor and Jaden's name. It's like, "Jaden! Connor! Where are you?" No response. And he tried again. "Connor!" No response again. So, and then immediately they heard Jane's voice. Spock heard Jane's voice. "You ready, Finn? Are you really ready to... Ready? Did you... But the water's rising." "How is the water rising if you unclog the toilet?" The sink is literally still filling up." "Then turn off the sink. Simple," Jane said. And the Spock kid is like, "I'm gonna have to dive in." So the Spock kid had to dive in, turn off the tap, and then rise back up the surface. "I did it." And Jane's like, "Thank you. I think try and unlock the door if you can." And the Spock is like, "Why do I have to do this?" And it's like, and Jane's like, "'Cause you're in the bathroom. Is it that simple?" Oh, and Spock is like, whatever. And so he finds out the door is unlocked, right? And he has to come back in for air. And then eventually, this is the best part of the entire story here. The Spock kid opens the door, right? And the water sucks right out the bathroom and starts to create a massive wave. The Spock kid has to flush right out the bathroom door, or whoosh down the corridor and out the door. And this one time Spock kid's like, yeah, he's doing that. He's being that crazy. And then eventually he goes whoosh and falls on his face. When the Spock kid gets back up and it's like, and the Spock kid literally starts being angry and it's like, "How dare you try to kill me?" And Jane kind of like, "Dude, you broke into a house. You don't do that." And then when he tried to attack them, spoiled kid. It was the spoiled kid's father. And it's like, "You're coming back in the house and having a big talk with me and your mother." And it was like, "But Dad, they tried to kill me." It was like, "You don't flood the man's house." And the spoiled kid's like, wait. So then, and the dad's like, "No way, you are grounded for 5 months. And the spoiled kid's like, "What? You can't do that. But I need to get to school." "You're doing school, but when you get back from school, you're going straight to your room and doing nothing. Right to the attic and doing nothing." And the Spock is like, "But what about dinner?" I was like, "Everything will be normal except you're not doing anything." And so the Spock kid, his dad's like, "You're coming with us and head back home." And the Spock kid just, and it's like, Jane and Connor, you will get paid for this." As the Spock kid and the dad get in the car and drive off, And the spoiled kid and Connor and Jaden would look at each other and like, plan succeed. So after that, the spoiled kid was grounded for 5 months. The spoiled kid's parents have to pay money to refix the house. And Jane and Connor, they went back to school, and James got to meet his girlfriend again. And very nice. And ever since then, the Backfired attempt to flood Jane's house has been a rumor for ever since. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!